All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the live show. Welcome to Two Chairs No Waiting, a live version of our podcast. It's actually the recording. It's good to see everybody. Folks are in our chat rooms, as you can see there on the screen. Got folks everywhere. Look at that. I see folks in our main chat room over that way in the white. The white and blue, I guess it is over there, way on that side. It's good to see everybody. Let's see who is in that chat room right now. I can tell you that I see a few folks. I see Nautimus Rex, Chris Gome, he's in there. Kentucky Mike, Miss Mayberry, Sarah Blaine, Al Becker, Jim Sherrill, Playing Don Good, Miss Peggy, Emmett Clark, Johnny Paul Jason, let's see, Floyd, that's me. If you see me in there, that's me. Susan, Kathy Hinckley, Opie's Charity, Goober Fife, Joy, Nurse Mary. I see, here it is. Indiana Steve, James, Andyish is in here. I see Jay Dotson, that's probably James as well. I don't know if that's him or not, but that's somebody's email. You might want to get that out of there. Let's see, a fat little mayor. I see Lydia Crossway. All right, thanks for playing us in there, boys. We'll let you take a break now. Thank you very much. Let's see, Fat Little Mayor and Lydia. I think I got everybody in there. Thank you very much. Oh, and I see over on our YouTube channel, which is right up there, I see we got a super chat. Whoa, what happened? There we go. From Frankenstein Lover. That's Frankenstein Addict. Thank you very much. Said just showing some Mayberry love. $20 super chat. Thank you so much. Man, thank y'all. Thank you so much. Let's see who all is in our YouTube chat room. I've been fighting sinus issues, guys. I don't know if you guys have or not, but it's been a lot of fun. Let's see. That's not showing everybody. I wonder if I can shrink that down. There they are. Let's see. I see Frankenstein Lover. Joyce is in there. Mark, Mrs. Frankenstein, Old Man Rimshaw, the Jeff Thu is who that is, the Thu Network, and Vicky. I see them all in there. So good to have all you guys in there with us. Thanks for being here, and thanks for being part of the podcast. It's always fun to have folks here. I see over on our Facebook channel, which is right down there, in the blue, that's Jeff and Dale. Danny, I see Danny is in there. Steve and Rob and Calvin. Let's see, he's got one question. One question I've always wanted to know about the Andy Griffith Show and a lot of other shows at the time. Why do they contradict things like past episodes? Like change Barney's... They didn't change Barney's last name. They changed his middle name. Let's see, episodes changed last names. Barney can't sing, but then he follows season he can. That's because continuity wasn't as big a problem back then. People didn't have VCRs and DVDs and things weren't streaming. So you could watch it once and you might catch it again on a rerun and pretty much that'd be it. So nobody would remember. You would never have remembered all that stuff. It's the fact that we watch them every week, multiple times is how come we remember all those little details. Continuity. That was the problem. Okay, let's see what else is going on there. Folks in our main chat room, anything happening there? Some folks are telling everybody hi. Yeah, the P stands for Oliver or Milton. Yeah, it's a weird spelling, isn't it? Milton P. Oliver. Bernard P. Fife, Bernard Milton Fife, and Bernard Oliver Fife were the three different middle names there that was given. Anything else going on in here? Let's see. With the day being President's Day, it makes me think back to Malcolm Merriweather's first visit to Mayberry when Barney tried to explain the American presidency to Malcolm, and Malcolm schooled Barney. Yes, that did occur. That's what Jeff's saying there. Anything else going on there? And if you notice our folks in our YouTube chat room up there, if you're in green, they're members at YouTube. So they've joined and are supporting the podcast. So I appreciate all of you for doing that. We also have a lot of people that are on Patreon as well, supporting the podcast. So thanks to all of you. There's Dina. Dina just came into our YouTube chat room. Yeah, Jim, I don't know if you saw my message. Yeah, I saw that. Jim Sherrill saying, Alan, I texted you on your phone. I did see it, and I meant to get back with you, and I didn't. And then, of course, I forgot. So, that's I couldn't do it at the time. I think the day you were trying to get in touch with me, I was traveling back and forth. My parents live about an hour from here, and my mom needed to go to the doctor here in Huntsville. So I had to drive an hour over there, pick her up, hour and a half, actually, nearly, pick her up, bring her over here to the doctor, carry her home, and then drive back home. So I was burning up the road, driving back and forth. I think Keith Brown or somebody also called me during that time. And anyway, so I didn't get back with everybody. I'm sorry about that. So Jim, sorry. Just let me get with me whenever you can and try to catch me. I do not intend to ignore people, but it seems I do it because I forget. I literally forget that I was going to do something. And then I'll see it and it'll be like 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock at night. And I go, yeah, I can't do it now. And by tomorrow, I forgot again. I'm not good. That's where you'll have to call me not good at that. It's bad. So yeah, just get with me whenever you can. And if I'm available, I'll be glad to talk to you. And, so we'll try that. Not right now. I have a lot of people try to call me and text me during the podcast. That doesn't help. That doesn't help at all. I cannot answer the phone or talk on the phone during that day. I got some new lights. I don't know if you can see. I feel like I'm dark. It feels dark. I feel like I'm dark, but I guess it's all right. Thank you very much, Emmett. Thank you for saying I'm good with that stuff. I appreciate it. Anything else going on in our chat rooms before we get started? Tonight we're going to be doing another episode podcast. So we'll be talking about the Jinx. The Jinx is tonight's episode focus. I haven't done one since 863, I believe is the correct one. Let me look here. I believe 863 was our last episode that was focused on a episode of the of the Andy Griffith Show. I'll have to look it up, but I think it was 863. I think's what I figured out. So it's been a few weeks. Yeah, the manicurist. Yeah, it was 863 was the last time I actually did a podcast episode. So yeah, I got new lighting. I don't know if you guys can tell. Hopefully it looks a little better. But it may be too dim. I don't know. You guys will have to tell me that got it on your big TV or something. If you're watching it on the TV, let me know what you think. And we'll see. But I got new lights. I'll be playing with those in the next few weeks. You guys, I have to show you guys. Some of the members and stuff will be able to see all this stuff as we go through. I'll turn off this one light and you'll see this is just a desk lamp, really, that gives me all that extra light. Anyway, so I'll be playing around with the lighting, trying to make everything look good. The darker it is in here, I might look better. Thanks, Joe. You said it looks good in North Carolina. Thank you. So that's good. The lighting looks good to me. Thank you very much. Yeah, I got some LED lights. You guys, I think I've told you before, I've been using it's a lamp with 3 lights on it. It's you turn each one on individually. It's just a lamp that you put beside your couch or something, maybe something like that. That's the lighting I've been using ever since I started. So thanks, Danny. Thanks. He likes the new lights. So these are a little softer lighting. They're not as harsh. So I kind of like it, but I've got to get used to it. Let's see. So I just got these. I got them last week after the podcast some point, and I've played around with them. I got them kind of adjusted like I want them, but they're not, it's not full up. Yeah. Well, these are not 40 watts. These are actually running off of USB, not USB. USB. They're plugged in to the computer, and I can change colors with them. Here, I can turn this one off. And you'll see what it looks like when I turn this one off. See how dark it gets back behind me? So it's basically lighting and doing a side light for me. But anyway, that's all stuff you guys don't really care about. I'm just letting you in on the back end, but since you guys are here for the live show. All right. Let's see what else is going on. So Danny Vincent there on the Facebook page, he's been posting some pretty cool pictures lately on his Facebook page. I've been seeing, not that he always doesn't, but I've seen some really cool ones in the last few days. So Danny, I just commend you for that. That's pretty good. How many people are here? How many people here are in Mount Airy? That's what Jack in the shop is asking. Crazy insane. Yeah, it must be the lighting. It must be the lighting. I don't know. Oh, we got new hats at Weaver's. I don't know if you saw them. Pretty cool. They are cool new hats. And they're embroidered. And we've got only X number of those. And probably the next set won't be embroidered. They'll be screen printed. So just so you guys know that. So if you want some, grab one when you can, while you can. Let's see. Anything bulb snatcher? Yep. These are I think 2 watt bulbs or 5 watts maybe. I don't know. They're LED lights. So the others were always just regular. Anyway, that's behind the scenes. Nothing you guys need to care about. But let's get the show going, and we will talk on the back end. You guys, again, we're going to be talking about embroidery. Yeah. Is that not the right way to say embroidered? It's embroidery. They're embroidered. Is that not the right way you say that? I don't know. Anyway, here's the hat. Here's what it looks like. Pretty cool. It's the Mayberry Sheriff's Office hats. We got a t-shirt that looks just like it pretty much, but that goes with it. I put out a video earlier this week about it. I don't know if everybody saw it. Embroidered. Isn't that what I said? Embroidered? I don't know. So, let's see. I don't know. I lost my Southern card, Howard Sprague. Yeah, remember? I don't know if I've gotten it back. All right, guys, let's get this show rolling, and you guys enjoy visiting, looking real quick to make sure there wasn't anything else. The pickle story is currently on MeTV. Yeah, we haven't gotten to the pickle story, I don't think, have we? I'm not sure. Let me see. I don't know where we've gotten to. We got into the manicurist. When is the pickle story? What season is that one? Just glancing through. It must be the 3rd season or something. I don't know. Have I already done it? Was it season 1? I don't even know. I can look. Find pickle. P-I-C-K. It's season 2. Okay, so it's season 2. I did it a while back. Okay, I did it several weeks ago. All right, I see it now. All right, good. So yeah, that's I can't keep up with what season things are. That's why I have Mayberry.info, the website, where I can just go and look in the episode guide and find out where things are. There it is, right there, the pickle story, and we're all the way down here to the Jinx. So we've already passed that one. So yeah, I've already covered that one a few weeks back. So good. Yeah, so it's on now. So you can see how correct I was there. All right. Anything else? All right. Covered up. Embroidery. Embroidery is what Nurse Mary said. All right. Let's get this thing going. I'm just going to say embroidered, just like that's how I'm going to say it. You guys are just going to have to figure it out. All right. So let's get this show rolling. Let me cover you guys up. Where is my logo? There it is. Cover you guys up. There it is. I'm going to take a drink of my grape drink I'm drinking. Me they are. Okay, I'm ready. I'm as ready as I'm going to be. So I hope you guys are going to enjoy it. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy talking with each other in the chat rooms. And let's get this show on the road. Wait, I got to get this first. All right. I got to get my show notes ready. All right, here we go.
Let's talk about kerosene pickles. Let's talk about Old Man Rimshaw. Let's talk about Barney's sidecar. It's always fun to hang out with y'all. A loaded goat is causing a stir from the panic he is creating. Come on in, take a seat. It's 2 chairs, no waiting. Sit a spell and tune right in. We are about about to start the show. We have a lot to talk about with the folks that we all know. Opie, Andy, and Otis, Barn, and the Darlings too. This will be amazing. It's Two Chairs, No Waiting.
Two Chairs, No Waiting, episode number 878, The Jinx. Two chairs. Whoa, that was quick. Let's go back to that. Oh, I just cut it out. Let's start this over. We're going to start it over because that was bad. All right, stop the music. We're going to have to restart so everybody here live gets to hear it again. Let's do it again. Wow, I clicked the wrong button. All right, let me get everything reset and we'll start back up. All right, let's try that again. Well, I'll tell you one thing that messed me up is in my show notes, I didn't change the episode number. So it was, it was messing with my head. 78. There we go. Now it is correct. 78. There we go. All right. All right, I'm going to try it again. All right, so everybody hang tight. At least we didn't get too far yet before I had to start over. All right, here we go. Good grief. Never mind. Hold on. Got to do it again. Stop. Now I can't even get the recorder to work right. All right, I'm going to go back to here. There we go. All right, now we're ready to go. All right, everybody ready? Here we go. Talk among yourselves.
Let's talk about kerosene pickles. Let's talk about Old Man Rimshaw. Let's talk about Barney's sidecar. It's always fun to hang out with y'all. A loaded goat is causing a stir from the panic he is creating. Come on in, take a seat. It's Two Chairs, No Waiting. Sit a spell and tune right in. We are about to start the show. We have a lot to talk about with the folks that we all know. Opie, Andy, and Otis, Barn, and the Darlings too. This will be amazing. It's Two Chairs, No Waiting.
Episode number 878, The Jinx. Brought to you by our sponsor, Weaver's Department Store. Head over to Weaver's and cut off the music as we go. Hello, everybody. I'm Alan Newsom, and again, I want to say head over to Weaver's Department Store and check it out. We got some new stuff over there. That's why I'm being a little excited here, because we got a brand new hat. We got a brand new hat over at Weaver's. It's an embroidered baseball cap. It's a dad hat. Head over there and check it out. It's the Mayberry Sheriff's Office hat. So go and check it out at Weaver's. And while you're there, you might also want to check out the Mayberry Squad Car. That's right. We have a Mayberry Squad Car that I think you would enjoy as your own. If you don't have it, the Andy Griffith Show Squad Car from 1964. It's a bigger one. It's not, I mean, you can't get in it or anything, but it's about 6 inches long. It's a big die-cast car. So go and check that out. And head over to weaversdepartmentstore.com and check everything out. Hello, everybody. I'm Alan Newsom, the host of Two Chairs, No Waiting, and I'm also the sound guy, so that means it was my fault the music quit playing. So it's all my fault. But I'm so glad to have you here with me. Tonight we're going to be talking about The Jinx, the episode of the Andy Griffith Show that is the 49th filmed and aired episode of the Andy Griffith Show. It's from season 2, episode number 17 of that season. We're going to be talking about that. We're going to do some trivia, and we're going to also we're going to do trivia that's related to the Jinx, and then we're also going to do some trivia that was provided by Paul Mulick, our trivia expert. So definitely something you guys are going to want to be a part of and to have fun with. So I hope you're going to enjoy this. So let's go ahead and get a little bit of, I don't know, just a little background music or something to play while There we go. From the VW Boys, ladies and gentlemen. Just background music to cover up me talking the whole time. But stick around for all that. We got a special song, by the way, from Kent Sutherland that we're going to play at the end of the episode as well. So stick around. You've got a lot of stuff to enjoy and have fun with tonight. But first off, we're going to be talking about the Jinx. That's the episode, where Barney gets the whole town upset about Jinx in town. He's basically declared him to be a Jinx, and no matter what Andy tries to convince the town and everybody there, it just doesn't work. And basically that's what it's going to be about. And before we start the actual show description, we're going to do the trivia. So this trivia comes from actually MeTV. So MeTV has great trivia related to many episodes of the Andy Griffith Show, and they have one about the Jinx. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to run through the questions with the multiple choice, and then we'll go through the run through of the show. Okay, so first off, I guess I could change to our trivia music for this so that you guys would feel good about it. Well, that was our trivia music, so I guess I can just keep it playing. And so here we go. The Jinx trivia. Here you go. Try to come up with the answers because I'll probably give the answers out during the show. So here's the first question. Barney begins the episode playing checkers against which Mayberry resident? Was it Floyd? Was it Opie? Or was it Otis? Okay. What is the name, number 2, what is the name of the jinxed man, the man who's a jinx? Is it Henry Bellinger, Henry Bennett, or Henry Belafonte? Okay, that's question 2. Question 3. Andy said this. He said, that's one thing about Barney. Once you explain something to him, he gets real, fill in the blank. Is it indignant, sensible, or curious? What's the correct answer? All right, number 4. Andy invites Henry to do what with him and Barney? He invites Henry to do what with him and Barney? Did he invite him to go fishing, hunting, or play cards? What did he invite him to? All right, number 5. Why does Barney rub Opie's head? Because Opie was born in a lucky month? Was it because Barney is too young for hexes? Or because Opie is too young for hexes? Or is it because Opie is a redhead? Why do you rub his head? All right, number 6. Signs, omens, portents, charms to ward off bad luck was a book belonging to whom? Who did it belong to? Did it belong to Aunt Bee, Barney's grandma, or Otis's wife? Who did that book belong to? All right, number 7. What good luck charm does Barney bring into the boat? What good luck charm does Barney bring into the boat? Was it a horseshoe, a shiny penny, or a rabbit's foot? Number 8. What does Andy blame for not applying enough, or who does Andy blame for not applying enough caulk to the boat? Was it Earl Gilly, Clem Thompson, or Judd McDaniel? Who did Andy blame for not putting enough caulk? Number 9. Barney cites a pseudoscientist by what name? By which name? Was it Jackson Showcase? Was it Fiddle McRae? Or was it Buzz Fluhart? It was Barney's scientific source. And finally, number 10. What is the door prize for Aunt Bee's raffle? The raffle that Aunt Bee's running. Was it a prefab barn? Was it a portable TV? Or was it a year's supply of Ovaltine? Okay. All right, so I hope you guys will remember your answers, think about them, and as we go through this episode summary, you'll have an opportunity then to probably get some of these answers. So, all right, so let's head over now and go through this particular episode information. Now, all this information, guys, if you really want to go back and look at it again, you'll be able to find it over at mayberry.info. If you go to mayberry.info, it is a great website full of Andy Griffith Show information. It's the home of the Mayberry Historical Society. Basically, I run it. It's like a wiki. It's like a Wikipedia site. And when you go there, you can go to episode guide and you can see all the episodes, and you can go and see all the information about the Jinx. Well, as we go through this, I'll be giving you information about the Jinx, but you can go back and reread it. Like I said, this episode is the 17th episode of season 2. It was filmed and aired as the 49th episode of the Andy Griffith Show. That's not always the case. The original air date was January the 29th, 1962. The writers were Jack Ellenson and Charles Stewart, and the director was Bob Sweeney. Kind of already went through just a summary of the plot, so let's get into a little bit more of the meat of it as we go. The episode basically starts off with all the guys in the barbershop watching Floyd and Barney play checkers. Okay, so there's an answer, right? It begins, Deputy Barney Fife is engaged in a game of checkers against Floyd Lawson. Henry Bennett, that's another answer to our trivia question. A quiet and unassuming Mayberry resident stands right behind Barney and innocently is observing the game. And when Barney makes a poor move, basically he makes a bad move playing checkers, and the irritation of Barney, he gets irritated, so he starts blaming Henry for hexing him. He is hexed. Of course he hexed him. Yeah, that's of course what he did. It couldn't be Barney did anything wrong, right? He declares Henry to be a jinx right there in the barbershop, and everybody kind of starts to agree with him and argue about everything that's going on, right? So once that happens, the accusation starts to spread throughout the town. Everybody is acting like, oh yeah, Henry is a jinx. And the townsfolk all start gossiping about it, and it's just a bad situation all the way around. Even though Andy does his best to try to stop that from being a situation, it doesn't work, right? So Andy goes out and talks to Henry out at the truck after Barney has done this. He goes out and ends up inviting Henry to go on a fishing trip with Barney and Andy. That's his thinking anyway. He'll just take Henry with him. But as the rumor takes hold, various mishaps occur whenever Henry is nearby, seemingly reinforcing his jinx label. Small accidents, bad luck, anything that goes on around him, he's going to get blamed for it. People are avoiding him, right? So he feels ostracized from the whole town and dejected. So Henry basically, at some point, decides he's just going to leave town. He's just going to leave. He's not going to stay in town. He's going to leave Mayberry to avoid any further problem as he does this. So poor Henry. I mean, Henry's such a good guy. He was a nice guy, but he did end up, as I said, he went fishing with Andy and Barney, and things, well, they didn't go too good, right? They ended up basically the boat ends up sinking. It sinks. The boat has sprung a leak and sinks with all the guys in it. So anyway, Henry's like, I'm just going to have to leave town. Everybody avoiding me, and they're walking on the other side of the street to get away from me. And Andy tells, guys, you've run him off. You took this joke too far. None of you actually really believe it, though I do believe Barney. Barney probably did. He did believe it. He believed that Henry was a jinx because Barney was the one. Well, Barney's Barney, right? So he did that. Now, all the other guys, they probably didn't actually believe it, but I still think Barney probably did, even though Barney kind of acted like he didn't. So Andy tries to rectify the situation, and he aims to prove to Henry that he isn't a jinx, and restore his own self-confidence, because poor Henry, I can't imagine you've running him off completely out of town. So Henry, as I said, they went on, he had already done the fishing trip. He had tried to do that. That didn't work. It was terrible. Just saw that happen. So whenever Henry's there, they have all these problems, and Andy started trying to figure it out. So ever the, I guess, source of reason in Mayberry, Andy ends up talking to all the guys, and they agree that they got to do something. They got to figure out something to be able to keep Henry from leaving town, right? So that's what he basically comes up with this idea, because Aunt Bee was at the barbershop and was taking up money to buy raffle tickets for a new TV, portable TV, and Andy came up with the idea the best way for Henry to be able to get his confidence back is to win that TV. And they said, well, how are you going to do that? He said, well, there's two ways. Henry could just win the TV by chance, or we could cheat. He preferred the second way. So basically, Andy ends up getting all the people who bought a raffle ticket to agree to not raise their hand that they had won. And so they put the number, everybody drew the same number 44. It was all in the hat. Everybody drew it there at the church raffle. And Henry, they had to first convince Henry to come because he was not even going to come. But he did end up making it. And they all draw out the hat sizes at the church raffle. And Andy gets up on the stage to get everybody to read their numbers. Well, Henry, he's kind of just looking around at everybody because Andy calls out number 44. And everybody's looking around, looking kind of toward Henry, and Henry's just standing there. And he goes, Henry Bennett, what is your number? What was your number? Oh, my number was 6 7/8. And Barney, he gets the number. He goes, oh, Andy, he pulled out the hat size. I love that line. It's just, oh man, that's so funny. So poor Henry had jinxed himself. Poor Henry. He had jinxed himself. But then basically Aunt Bee, Andy, all the people there were able to convince Henry, said, Henry, look, everybody here was trying to let you win this. And Henry said, well, I jinxed myself. He said, but did you really? Because look, all these people here that appreciate you and wanted you to be the one who won. And how can you be a jinx or bad luck when you've got this many friends all wanting to celebrate you? And they ended up agreeing to just give him the TV anyway. And so it was a very nice thing. So Andy grabbed the TV and said, come on, Barney, we're just going to put the TV in the squad car and you can drive Henry home. Of course, Barney's like, you want me to drive him home? And he says, yeah, sure. So, of course, Barney starts looking around and sees a red-headed man to rub his hair because that's good luck, right? So the episode actually ends with Andy and Opie waiting in the courthouse playing checkers. And they're going to go fishing with Barney after they finish checkers. So Opie was basically beaten, and Andy, I think, purposely made a bad move so that Opie would be able to jump all of Andy's checkers and end up winning. And it just so happened that Barney had come in the courthouse right behind Andy's left shoulder and was watching when that happened. And so Andy's like, no wonder I lost. Barney, bad luck Barney, standing right there looking over my shoulders. So Andy basically starts making Barney feel like he is the jinx of the town. And Henry is no longer the jinx, is now Barney. And so they get ready to start to walk out to go fishing, and it starts thundering outside and a storm's coming up. So we don't actually see it rain, but it's raining there in Mayberry. So that's a little point we'll bring up in a minute. So anyway, bad luck Barney struck again, and so they weren't able to go fishing. And of course, Andy starts rubbing Opie's head right in front of Barney. And Barney says, oh, you're a riot. Why don't you go someplace? Or whatever. I forgot exactly what he says. But that's how the episode ends. And what an amazing episode it was. All right. So now we're going to go through, we got some quotes. We'll go ahead and hit these up. When Barney and Andy and Henry are out in the boat in the lake, Barney is trying to avoid everything being bad luck. So he's out there and he starts to say this. He says, "Fly away buzzard, fly away crow, way down south where the wind don't blow. Rub your nose and give 2 winks, save us from this awful jinx." He does that one, and he does another one as well. But those are the ones that I just think are. I just think that one's awesome. He also has a quote that I think is really funny. He says at one point during the episode, when he's trying to explain to Andy about jinxes, he says there are atmospheric rays that control bodily motion. Now, if a person containing negative hexing qualities get between you and them rays, why, he creates static that jars any successful motion into an unsuccessful motion and jinxes you. And so that was a scientific fact that Buzz Blueheart had provided to Barney in that book. Cool stuff. All right, so we have got now some odd facts known by few. Okay, so actor John Quaylen. John Quaylen was the actor who played Henry Bennett. If you didn't know that, that's the actor's name. He was in a movie that you may not be aware that he was in this movie. It was called Grapes of Wrath. The Grapes of Wrath. It's a 1940 movie. And if you're watching the video version, you can see it here. He's in with John Carradine, Henry Fonda, and there's John Quaylen, Henry Bennett himself. He's in that movie, The Grapes of Wrath. If you have never seen that, that's an odd fact that is known by few. He was in other movies as well, but that's one that you may not be aware of. This was the first appearance, if you didn't know that, of Clint Howard, Ron Howard's little brother, as Leon. Now he wasn't credited as Leon or anything, but this was the first appearance that Clint had on the actual show. He plays an uncredited boy dressed up as a cowboy in the episode at the church social, and you see a man come up and grab him and walk off with him. Well, the assumption would be that's either his dad or his granddad that comes over and grabs him and walks off with him. We really don't know who this man was to Leon, but he must be somewhat related in the world of the Andy Griffith Show itself. But this was his first appearance as Leon on the Andy Griffith Show. So I already kind of told you about the explanation of Jinx about the atmospheric rays, and Andy, basically his response to that's the biggest crock of nothing I ever heard. I love both of those lines, and I've definitely used that. And that's the biggest crock of nothing I have said that to people in my life. So do you ever use quotes from the Andy Griffith Show to respond to people? I do. So there you go. So Barney's shirt. Now this is something you may not have noticed, and I never had. When they're out fishing in the lake, when we first see Barney, he's wearing a shirt that, at least in the pictures, appears to be darker than his pants. So his pants are lighter, kind of a khaki color, and his shirt looks to be, I would have thought, maybe denim or something, because it's a darker shirt. It's darker. Now, this is when he's got the, at the beginning of that scene, he's rubbing the rabbit's foot, which I just happen to have a rabbit's foot right here in my hand. He's rubbing the rabbit's foot doing come fish come, Sam's at the gate with a frosted cake, because he's trying to get the fish to come. And then he does the fly away buzzard, fly away crow. Okay, so in this scene, his shirt's darker. So if you're watching the episode on video, you can see this. And then suddenly they switch to a different shot, and his shirt is a good bit lighter. But by the time it actually sinks, and I don't know if this has to do with the lighting or what, but his shirt looks to be the exact same color as the pants. So either his shirt changed color or something about the lighting and the camera made the shirt appear lighter. So I don't know if this is an actual continuity problem on the show, or if it is just a coincidence that his shirt seems lighter, but caused by the lighting or something, as the boat actually sinks. When it actually sinks is when it appears to be a lighter color than it was just the shot right before it. So anyway, there you go. There's something for you to know. Also, when the boat is sinking, I think this is one of our odd facts that it actually talks about here. Barney says, Andy, you want to hand me an oar? Why? We're not going anywhere. We better. We're sinking. Well, when it shows the shot right after that, there's an oar laying right there next to Barney. You can see the oar right there on the seats, I guess is what you call it. The wood that goes across that you sit on in the rowboat. You can see an oar right there. In other words, it's right beside Barney already. So I don't know why he's asking Andy to hand it to him, because there is an oar right there. So there you go. An odd fact known by few that you may not have noticed. Basically, that shallow lake that they're in, I should mention that as well. So this shallow lake, I think some people have said that it was for safety reasons, but the water in that lake was only about waist deep, because when it actually does sink, the guys are just standing in the boat on the bottom. So it sank, but they're only about waist deep, right? So I don't think that's a mistake. I just think they were in a shallow area there, but where they were actually filming that was the Tarzan. It's where they filmed Tarzan movies, in that particular lake. Let's see here. Here's the statement it has. The boat sinking sequence was shot in a shallow 4-foot deep lake just across Balua Creek. I may be saying that. Ballona Creek, right across from the 40 acres backlot there in Los Angeles. Specifically chosen so the actors could safely stand up after it sank. And because entering the Franklin Canyon Reservoir, getting into the water in the Franklin Canyon Reservoir was not allowed. They didn't allow that because the water in the reservoir was used as drinking water for parts of Los Angeles. So this small water body of water that this particular scene occurred in was also used in early Tarzan films. So there's something for you to know. Odd facts known by few. So there you go. That's where that is. That information, again, you can find it all in the Mayberry.info, the Jinx episode information. It's all right there. All right, so let's see what else we've got. In this is the first and only time, really, that we're ever told that Opie has red hair. So they actually talk about it in this particular scene. Of course, the show is in black and white, so we wouldn't know. So it's specifically stated, let's say it that way, that Opie's hair is red. There would be no way for us to have known it in the black and white seasons, and because Barney asked to rub Barney's head. A boy will do. So rubbing a man with red hairs head is good luck. It wards off jinxes. And if a man's not available, a boy will do. So that's how we find out that Opie's hair is red. All right, so the very first shot of this episode is the outside of Floyd's Barbershop. You can see the barbershop sign, the one that sticks out from the wall. You can see that. Well, this shot is the exact same shot as the previous episode, the manicurist, with basically a man and a woman walking past and glancing inside the barbershop. It is the same shot. So they reused a shot from the manicurist in this one. And it's Marvell Lawrence and Danny Thomas's brother that are walking in these scenes. I'm 90% sure that's Marvell. And she used to be known as Nice Dress Nellie, but that's the same scene. So when you watch the episode, if you watch the manicurist and this one, this shot is exactly the same shot. So something to watch for. And finally, in this episode, Floyd mentions his son Norman missing a fly ball in a baseball game and blaming, of course, Henry about it. Norman is never mentioned or is never seen again. You don't ever hear anything about it. The show has other inconsistencies with Floyd's families. Like he has another son named Randall that appears later that plays the Saxomania. And he has a wife at some points named Melba because she's referenced. And then later on, he is a widower. He's a widower. And probably single, childless. I don't think that actually is ever said in Floyd the Gay Deceiver when Miss Grayson comes to town. But he is definitely a widower at that point. So I don't know if there are inconsistencies or what, but somebody asked in our chat room tonight, actually, as we were starting the show, why those inconsistencies occurred. And that was because the continuity at the time was not as important as it became over the years. Because you have to remember, this was 1960s. This one aired, what did I tell you, in 1961, January of 1962. Well, they didn't have VCRs and they didn't have DVDs. They didn't have streaming services. So basically the only way to watch an episode of the Andy Griffith Show was to watch it when it aired. Now, there were reruns, but normally there would be like one rerun in the summer, maybe, of the episode. And so you could watch it one more time. And then eventually, they did Andy of Mayberry, the syndicated version of the Andy Griffith Show. So you might have seen it then as well. But that is basically the only chances you would have had. So the likelihood of remembering some of the things are very low. Who would have thought back in 1962 that in 2026, we'd still be talking about this and watching them and going through them in this detail that we're going through right now. Nobody. So nobody really took as care as they might have to have done this. Okay. All right. So that's it. There was some other information I was able to dig up that I think is incorrect. So I just want to mention these things. If you see them, there's information out there saying that Barney mentioned a hex or a hexen. Some of the trivia, I think it's on IMDb is where I saw this. And basically they're talking about Barney saying that there was a hex and they're calling it Hexen. So the German word for a hexen, that's a term for witches. So there's witch and witches, a hex and hexen. There's witch and witches. He didn't say Hexen as a witches, plural. He said hexing without the G, hexen, Hexin apostrophe. That was what he said. So some people would say that it's that he was talking about witches and witches using a German term. I don't think that's what he was doing. I think he was using a hex in the term of a spell or a hex, not a witch. So anyway, just something, I don't know. You guys can disagree. I'd love to hear from you. You can let me know in the comments and let me know what you think. All right, so let's head back over and do our trivia now. Get back into our trivia. Y'all ready for that? Let's go over there and go through the trivia questions. All right, question number 1. Let me go back up to question number 1. This is again from our friends over at MeTV. They have a thing called the Daily Andy Griffith Show Quiz, and this one was on the Jinx. It was from back in March of 2024. Question number 1. Let's hit the answers here. Barney begins the episode playing checkers against which Mayberry resident? Well, I gave that away as we were talking, so it was Floyd. How did you get that? Almost 71%, 70.5% got that correct. Okay. Number 2. What is the name of the jinxed man? Was it Henry Bellinger, Henry Belafonte, or Henry Bennett? The answer, Henry Bennett. Henry Bennett and our boat. 84% of the folks who played this trivia got that correct. All right, number 3. Andy said this. He said, that's one thing about Barney. Once you explain something to him, he gets real. What's the answer? Was it indignant, sensible, or curious? The answer, he got sensible. Now, if you got that right, only 58% of people got it. If you missed it, hey, don't feel bad. A lot of people missed this one, evidently. So 4 out of 6 missed it. All right. Number 4, Andy invites Henry to do what with him and Barney? Well, we already heard that one. Obviously, he invited him to go fishing, not hunting or playing cards. 97% of people got that one correct. So you should have gotten that one. Okay, folks that listen to my podcast, I expect you to have gotten that one. All right, number 5. Why does Barney rub Opie's head? Well, I mentioned that one as well. It's because he's a redhead, right? Not because he was born in a lucky month or he's too young for hexes. It's because he's a redhead. 53.5% got, not 53, 93.5% got that correct. So most everybody got that one too. This one was something I'd never caught on to this. So you guys may know it. The signs, omens, portents, and charms to ward off bad luck was a book that belonged to whom? I did not remember, but Barney specifically said it belonged to his grandma. 91, wow, almost 91% got that correct. I would have gotten it based on the fact that it said Aunt Bee, Barney's grandma, or Otis's wife. I would have gotten Barney's grandma, but I don't think I knew that it was Barney's grandma's book. So there you go. Maybe you did, and so you feel better. You're better than me. Good job. Number 7, what good luck charm does Barney bring to the boat? Well, we talked about it earlier. He's got his rabbit's foot, right? 92.7% of people got that one correct. Number 8, who does Andy blame for not applying enough caulk to the boat? He blamed Earl Gilly. Not Early, but Earl. Earl Gilly, 53.17% got that correct. So that was a tough one. People had a hard time with that one. So how did you do? All right, number 9, 2 left. Barney cites a pseudoscientist by which name? I love the names they gave. Jackson Showcase, Fiddle McRae, or Buzz Fluhart. The answer is Buzz Fluhart. And surprisingly to me, basically 55% of the people got that correct. A lot of people, 34%, guessed Fiddle McRae, which I think is a great name, by the way. Is that a name on some other show? Maybe that is really good. All right, and our final question of this trivia is, what's the door prize for Aunt Bee's raffle that Henry was going to win? Well, that was a portable TV. And basically 93% of people got that right. But I did like the year supply of Ovaltine. That seemed to be a prize on a lot of game shows that I watched when I was growing up. A year supply of Ovaltine. Is that either that or Rice-A-Roni? But I thought that was a clever thing. So how did you do? Did you do pretty good? Did you enjoy it? That's the main thing. All right. So if you didn't enjoy it, hey, I got some more trivia for you. Now this, we played last week. We started this trivia and we're going to wrap it up. This is from Paul Mulick. And this is trivia called, Oh, You're Funny, You Are. Now this may include Barney's answers and some that we've got here. All right. So in this particular one, you've got to complete the quote. Okay. There's 5 questions. Complete the quote. Okay. It's not necessarily related to this episode. It's just from Paul Mulick. Oh, you're funny, you are. Complete the quote. Now, these are things that Barney said when he was mad at Andy. Okay, so I think there was one in this episode. I don't know if it's one of these, but let's see. Number 1. So answer as you can. Oh, you're really funny. You ought to get a cane and a cigar and what? And do what? Okay, Barney said, oh, you're real funny. You ought to get a cane and a cigar and what? What is the answer? These are hard. Now, I don't disagree that these are hard. These are pretty hard. All right, here's the answer. Barney said, oh, you're real funny. You ought to get a cane and a cigar and Work a carnival. Work a carnival. You gotta go work a carnival. All right. That's tough. That was a tough one. All right. Here's another one. This is again, Barney's mad at Andy. He says, it's too bad you're not twins. You could be what? Be blank. It's too bad you're not twins. You could be blank. These are great. I love these. Thank you, Paul Mulick, for providing these. All right. Here's the answer. The answer is, it's too bad you're not twins. You could be the Katzenheimer kids. Katzenheimer kids. That's what it is. All right. Anybody get that one? I'm looking at our chat room. If you'd like to join us, our chat room is available on Monday nights. It's always available, but there'll be folks in there on Monday nights at 8 p.m. You can join us while we're recording this, and you can be a part of the chat room. There's a bunch of folks in there. Basically, Paul gave us this notes too. The Katzenheimer's Kids was the name of an early comic strip which began in 1897. Inspector Case also mentions the Katzenheimer Kids in the episode The Inspector. Paul Mulick with information, not just trivia. Great job. Thank you, Paul. All right, number 3. It's actually number 8, but we did 5 last week. We're doing 5 this week. Number 3. Here's Barney. He's mad at Andy, and he says, why don't you go up to the hospital some night and blank? Why don't you go up to the hospital some night and blank? Cats and Jammer, is that how you say it? Cats and Jammer Kids? Okay, Cats and Jammer. So thank you for the correction in the chat room. Cats and Jammer Kids. I always thought they were Heimer, but yeah, it is Jammer. All right. Why don't you go up to the hospital some night and take the bolts off the wheelchairs? That's what it is. Yeah, folks in our chat room were getting that. Good job, folks. Good jokes. Take the bolts off the wheelchairs. That'll be funny too. All right. Number 4. Number 4. You belong in the funny papers. You know that? Get you a wig and a dress and blank. You belong in the funny papers. You know that? You get a wig and a dress and blank. Okay. The answer is you belong in the funny papers. You know that? Get you a wig and a dress, and you're another Emmy Schmaltz. Emmy Schmaltz. Folks in our chat room, again, getting that. Emmy Schmaltz or Schultz. It's Schmaltz. Schmaltz. I suppose how you say it. All right, good job, chat room. Emmy Schmaltz was a character in the Moon Mullins comic strip. This is a note from Paul Mulick. Wally reads Moon Mullins while rocking on the front porch in the episode Man in a Hurry. So there you go. Watch your foot, about to rock forward. There you go. And our final question or statement from Barney when he's mad. Why don't you put on a flower? Let me say it correctly. Why don't you put a flower on your lapel and blank? I got this one. This one I got. Why don't you put a flower on your lapel and blank? Why don't you put a flower on your lapel and the answer, squirt water. There you go. Folks are getting it. Old Man Rimshaw, see, he got it. Folks are getting it in our chat rooms. I see them. So there you go, guys. That is all of our trivia. I hope you enjoyed those. I know I did. I mean, Paul Mulick does a great job coming up with these trivia, and MeTV also has great trivia. The links to the MeTV trivia will be in the show notes. So if you'd like to go and play it yourself, you can do that, or challenge your family or something like that. You can go and get them to play along with you. And now to wrap up our show for this evening, I have a brand new song. We played it last week during our live show, but since last week was our Valentine's Week show, we played the wonderful love song from Fred Boone to Jenny. But this week we're going to be playing, as we head out of here, we're going to be playing a song called Mayberry Mischief by Kent Summerling. And I think you're going to really enjoy that. But folks, I would love to hear from you. You can give me a call at 256-513-9526 and let me know what you thought about the episode. Did you like the trivia? If there was some things about the episode, maybe odd facts known by few that I didn't cover, please call in and let me know. 256-513-9526 or email me at floyd@imayberry.com. I would love to hear from you. So folks, enjoy this song, and hopefully YouTube won't make it where I can't use it and I have to cut it out. And if it does get cut out, go listen to the audio version of the podcast and you can hear it there. So I want to thank Kent for this wonderful song. I hope you guys enjoy it, and we will see you next time right here on Two Chairs. So enjoy the music.
Early morning in Mayberry town, sun peeking over the hill. Old Andy's fishing, Opie's around, everything's peaceful and still. Then a sound from the distance, a holler so loud, shatters the morning calm. Ernest T. Bass with his rock, throwing crowd, causing a country alarm. Oh, Mayberry, where the good times roll and Ernest T. can't behave. From the courthouse steps to the fishing hole, a ruckus he's sure to engrave. Hee-hee goes the laughter as folks duck and dive from his playful wild spree. Just another day making Mayberry live for you and for me. Hee-hee. Floyd staying busy talking to the folks as they're all gathering round. Barney's a-chasing, his whistle blows, trying to catch that wild man. But Ernest sitters wherever he goes, sticking to his mischievous plan. He's got a brick in his hand, a jump in his step, a grin from ear to ear. No real harm and no secrets he's kept, just bringing a little country cheer. Oh, Mayberry, where the good times roll and Ernest he can't behave. From the courthouse steps to Floyd's barber chair, a ruckus he's sure to engrave. Hey, hey, goes the laughter as folks duck and dive from his playful wild spree. Just another day making Mayberry alive for you and for me. From A&B's pickles to Floyd's barber chair, Mayberry's a sight to behold. With characters quirky beyond all compare, a story that never gets old. And Ernest T. with his antics so grand, he's part of the fabric you see. Just a simple man in a simple land, living wild and fancy free. Oh, Mayberry, where the good times roll and Ernest T. can't behave. From the courthouse steps to Floyd's barber chair, a ruckus he's sure to engrave. Hee-hee goes the laughter as folks duck and dive from his playful wild spree. Just another day making Mayberry live for you and for me. Hee-hee, Mayberry, oh Mayberry, that's where I long to be. With Ernest T. Bass and the whole family, wild and carefree.
All right. We are clear. We are clear. All right, guys. Let me stop the music. Boom. There we go. Hope you guys enjoyed that music. Yeah, I put a link there in our chat rooms. You can go and listen to it on Spotify. That's where that song can be found. So you can go over there and listen anytime you want to. It's right there. Just click the link. that I put in the chat rooms, and you can go and hear Kent's song and support him too, because I don't know how much money you make, but he gets money for plays. I thought it was a really good song. It turned out really good. Yeah, he's done a lot of Christian music as well, so he did that one, and he had said he was going to be here, but I didn't see him in the chat room. So he was here last week, so we missed him, but hopefully he'll enjoy it as he hears it later. Hope you guys enjoyed that. I know the trivia is kind of hard that Paul did, but I thought it was fun. I really enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed the information I gave. I must be rusty. I couldn't get the music and stuff going right this week, could I? Let's go back over here. The theme song. Here we go.
Let's talk about kerosene.
Yeah, so that was my problem. I was playing the theme song. I didn't ever show this either. Here's our patrons and YouTube members. I didn't show that. I should have during the podcast. And I just can't get everything down. I need to write out a schedule so I'll remember to do it, but it doesn't all work out real good. So I want to thank all these folks you see right here, whether they're here or not. They are patrons or YouTube members, and they help support the podcast. And I thank you so much. Also, obviously the Frankenstein Addict or Miss Frankenstein, they also support using the super chats, and I really appreciate that as well. It's very kind of you. I don't know what this means. There's a little plus sign. I don't know what that means. Yeah, I don't know what that meant. So anyway, I really do appreciate it. I did have a question the other day, and it was about the Two Chairs song. I think I mentioned this before, that it was, they were asking where it goes, and Thelma Lou, that they didn't know what that was saying. So I don't know how many people has had a problem with that or not. So before we get out here tonight, I'll play the entire theme song, because you guys, we hadn't heard that in a long time. So you might enjoy hearing the entire theme song as we head out of here tonight for you guys that are here. Anything else going on? Let's see. Anything going on in our chat rooms? I'm heading back in there looking. I really appreciate everybody being here. Thanks for being here, and thanks for watching the show. Jeff said, Alan, I know we're years out from this happening, but when you complete all the episodes, yeah, we're far out. We're only on season 2 from 8 seasons. And will you do RFD? Well, sure. If I'm still alive, I don't know. This is like, we're in season 2. We're 17 episodes in, right? So there are a lot of episodes left of the Andy Griffith Show that I have not done. So, wow. Yes, and I've been talking about doing a second podcast at some point, maybe, or maybe doing stuff for just the patrons and members over on YouTube. Maybe do some stuff for just you guys, and then eventually release it differently. I've been trying to think of different things I can do to get things going like that. But I am going to do some Zoom calls and stuff, or Zoom things where all the patrons or members of the YouTube channel can be a part of it. And folks, I'll do my best to try to invite people that have just donated money. Like I've got some people, I know Jim Sherrill has done that, and there's a few people like that. And I didn't mention it tonight, but the executive producer of tonight was Joyce Peters, and she'll show up. If you guys have been there, let's see if I've got, yeah. If you go to the Two Chairs website, I don't know if you guys ever go there, but if you go to the Two Chairs website, if you go to Two Chairs No Waiting here and click on executive producers, it will give you a list, if you scroll down here, of every executive producer of every episode up until now. Today's won't be in there yet. There it is. So there's all the executive producers, and I'll put Joyce in there too. So if you have ever been an executive producer, you can go and find your name there. Same thing with our high sheriffs. It's not been as many high sheriffs. It's basically Chris Merrill and Jamie and Rex Pennycuff. But that tells the episode number that they help support, as well as who they are. Same thing over here. So Excuse me. So you guys can go and check it out. But I'll try to remember to invite our people that have donated in that way as well as just people that were executive or were members and patrons, because there are people that just donate money directly, and you'll get an invite. Hopefully I have email addresses for everybody. So that's the plan. So, but I haven't done it yet, but that is the plan to move forward here and do some stuff like that, to have you guys where you can actually join in, and if you don't get to watch it live, you'll have a link to watch it later. So however that works out. Let's see. He gets an honorable mention. Who's that? Let's see. It's hard to find like Mayberry-minded people out in the world. I even have to show. I even have the show theme song as my ring. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, that's really cool. Yeah, I don't have the theme song as my phone app, because whenever you're at a Mayberry event, everybody's is that. And so you never know your phone's ringing. So, but yeah, if you want to see if you're an executive producer or have ever been, they didn't start until I think it was episode number 70 was the first one that was ever an executive producer, and it went from there. And I went through this in the past week and updated it and changed how it is displayed. So there you go. So thanks to everybody that has ever been an executive producer, and there's a list of names right there of people. And like Miss Frankenstein here is also Amanda. But it was actually Miss Frankenstein then, and then I did Amanda down here and Adam. So anyway, so you guys can look and see when you're executive producers, because sometimes you're executive producer and you don't even know it, because like tonight, Joyce, you will be an executive producer. She's one of our patrons and also one of the YouTube members. So she's doing both. And several of you guys do that. James is one I know, and there's others. But if you look at the list on over here, right here, and then over there as well, there's people's names like Billy Lennox. They show up in both places. So thank you for that. And we have really, like, the ones with the star kind of go above and beyond as far as helping me, and have been doing it for a long time, because some of you guys have been really helpful in keeping the podcast going. I was able to buy these lights. I still haven't used my new camera yet, so I need to get that done as well. But I just really do want to thank everybody that supports the podcast, and just all that you guys do. Could you put one of these songs on your podcast as a ringtone, Alan? I don't know how you would do that, Howard. Howard's asking you could put one of these. Oh yeah, one of the songs there is. Yeah, I could do that, I guess. Yeah. But I honestly, my phone is always on vibrate, so that I never hear it. I always look and see who's called me, because I don't get very many phone calls. I get more. I get a lot more text messages and things like that, emails. So those are my normal communication methods. I saw Pat Bundy sent me something, but I don't see it now. Oh, here it is. Okay, so yeah, she did something here. Okay. She bought something at Weaver's. That's what it is. Oh, she got one of the hats. Thank you, Pat. Thank you for that. But yeah, the hats turned out really well. Like I said, there's only about 50 of them. Let me go back to the camera. There's about 50 hats, and if you look there, I'll throw this. Let me throw this up on the screen here. It's the same design as the base, or as that shirt, but what? Well, there's not 50 now. Yeah, we've sold a whole bunch of these already. Several people have been buying multiples. And it's a little bit different color than the shirt. It's a little lighter, but it looks good with it. And but these are embroidered. The next set of these we get will be screen printed here with the same logo. The only issue with these is well, you can see it there. But see the Mayberry Sheriff, there's Sheriff Mayberry. It's not super clear to read in the emblem itself. And so when we bought these, we actually thought we were buying this screen printed, and it turned out they were embroidered. So get your order in before they're all gone, and you get you a shirt too. That'd be cool. What? Jan's very picky. She doesn't like the fact that the Mayberry doesn't look real good. I mean, here, let me show you. It looks good, I think, but she's more picky. You can kind of see. Let me hold it. And we're talking about this one down here. So you can't really read that it says Mayberry very good, but it's embroidery. I don't know how you do it.
And the vendor took ever.
Yeah, and the vendor we bought them from, we ordered them. I actually ordered these 4-weavers back. Honestly, it was December when I started, and it was January 5th when I ordered, and we basically got to the point where it's like, look, we're gonna cancel the order, and they finally gave them to us that day. They sent them, and we got them the next day because they're here in Huntsville. So we were like, dadgummit. I was really hoping they would be a good partner, and at this point, we got a better partner. The ones who makes our t-shirts can do a hat like that too, and I think it'll look really good. So we're going to get some of those and try them. Hopefully it'll work, or I don't know. We'll see. All right, guys, I don't want to keep everybody all night. I really do appreciate you being here. I will play on the way out of here. We're going to play the full version of the Two Chairs theme song. You hadn't heard that in a long time. Thanks to Russell Estes for writing that song for me. And thanks to everybody for being here. I look forward to seeing you next week. You guys have a great week. I hope you had a good Valentine's Day and a great President's Day. Today was President's Day as we head out of here. And everybody have a great week. And let me play this full theme song.
Let's talk about
See you guys later.
Pickles. Let's talk about Old Man Rimshaw. Let's talk about Barney's sidecar. It's always fun to hang out with y'all. A loaded goat is causing a stir from the panic he is creating. Come on in, take a seat. It's 2 chairs, no waiting. Sit a spell and tune right in. We are about to start the show. We have a lot to talk about with the folks that we all know. Opie, Andy, and Otis, Barn, and the darlings too. This will be amazing. It's 2 chairs, no waiting. There's pictures from Mount Airy and video of a parade. We share it all right here, the memories we've all made. Get a drink and grab a spot. This will be amazing. It's Alan and his friends. It's 2 chairs, no waiting. It's 2 chairs, no waiting. It's 2 chairs, no waiting. Let's start the show.